No taxation without representation.
In Robocop, Kurtwood Smith added an unexpected twist to the police station scene. While delivering the line, Smith secretly used a blood capsule and spit it onto the booking desk.
Shit. Just give me my phone call.
The cast's shocked reactions, including Robert's look of disgust, were genuine and kept in the film, adding realism and cementing the scene as one of the movie's most memorable moments.
Shit.
The train scene in Stand By Me was intense for a reason. Director Rob Reiner was unhappy with how 13-year-old Will Wheaton and 11-year-old Jerry O'Connell portrayed fear, so he yelled at them until they started crying. This emotional reaction helped complete the scene.
Oh, what do we have here? A little huh? How about getting your jewelry off there, sweetheart, and put it on the table?
In The Boys in Company C, Arlie Ermey, playing a Marine Corps drill instructor, is processing new recruits. When actor Stan Shaw pulls out a switchblade knife, Ermey's reaction is genuine because the director didn't inform him about it beforehand.
Jesus, put the goddamn thing on the table!
In The Deep, Jacqueline Bisset gets her arm yanked by a moray eel during the opening dive scene. In real life, stunt double Jackie Kilbride dislocated her shoulder when a diver, following instructions, pulled a stick tied to her wrist with full force. The intense scene was captured in one take using multiple cameras. In the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, actor William Vale was rehearsing for his scene when he was unexpectedly attacked by Leatherface. Vale didn't realize the camera was rolling, and when Leatherface hit him with the fake hammer, his shocked reaction was completely genuine, as he was unprepared for the sudden assault. In Apocalypse Now, the cast knew that a trainer and his tiger were hidden in the jungle, but they didn't know when or where the tiger would appear. Director Francis Ford Coppola wanted their fear to be genuine, so the actors' terrified expressions were a result of their real anticipation, knowing the tiger could jump out at any moment. In The Great Escape, during the 4th of July hooch scene, Judd Taylor improvised the line about taxation, catching Steve McQueen off guard.
No taxation without representation.
His reaction was so authentic it made it into the final cut.
Keep it going, fellas.
Would you like a nut? No, thank you.
In The Freshman, Marlon Brando pre-cracked walnuts before filming a scene with Matthew Broderick. When Brando pretended to crack one open with one hand, Broderick's surprised reaction was real.
Yes. Good.
In Mission Impossible 2, during the final fight scene, Tom Cruise accidentally kicked his stunt partner directly in the jaw after being told not to pull back. Director John Woo kept the shot because Cruise's real shock made the moment feel more authentic. In Rio Bravo, during a scene in the sheriff's office, Walter Brennan unexpectedly did an impression of John Wayne in the middle of his dialogue.
I told you to get back in there.
And then getting told off himself.
The moment wasn't scripted, catching Dean Martin off guard, who burst out laughing and glanced off screen. The genuine reaction was kept in the film. In Splash, John Candy created an unforgettable moment during the racquetball scene. His character was meant to hit the ball, have it bounce off the wall, and hit him in the head, a sequence planned to require multiple takes. However, in a 1 in a million fluke, the ball struck Candy exactly as scripted on the first try, but instead of breaking character, Candy seamlessly fell to the floor, creating a perfect one-take moment. In Captain Phillips, the iconic moment where Barkhead Abdi's character declares himself the captain was completely improvised.
Look at me. Sure. Look at me. Sure. I'm the captain now.
Abdi, an amateur actor at the time, came up with the line on the spot, and director Paul Greengrass decided it was too powerful to leave out of the final cut.
Look at me. Sure. I'm the captain now.
In The Punisher, Thomas Jane accidentally stabbed Kevin Nash with a real knife instead of a retractable prop. Both actors stayed in character, and the genuine reactions made it into the final cut. The scene had no wires or stunt doubles, though the boiling water was fake. In Glory, Denzel Washington's tear during the whipping scene was real, not planned. It came from the pain of the whip hitting his back. Although it looked emotional, he explained it was a natural response to the pain. Many believe this powerful moment helped him win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. In Heat, Al Pacino improvised an outburst about Ashley Judd's character.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
Hank Azaria's surprised reaction and a nearby actor's laugh were not planned and were kept in the final scene.
And you got your head all the way up it. Jesus.
In White Heat, during the prison scene, the script called for Jarrett to react to his mother's death, but Cagney improvised the reaction, slamming cups and screaming. This caught the cast off guard, as they didn't know what to expect. His violent outburst, where he tried to hit the guards before being restrained, was unscripted. The director gave Cagney the freedom to play the scene as he felt fit. In It's a Wonderful Life, Warner slaps young Bobby Anderson in the ear, causing it to bleed. Anderson later revealed that the slaps were real, and both the blood and his tears were genuine. Warner apologized and hugged him after the scene. In the famous opening scene of Scream, Drew Barrymore's tears were real. Director Craven told her sad stories about animal cruelty to make her cry, which added to her genuine fear in the scene. In Knocked Up, Jay Baruchel, who was terrified of roller coasters, tried to avoid the ride by offering to appear naked in the movie. However, the director convinced him to go through with it, capturing his genuine fear, which made it into the final cut.
I gotta get off.
In The Philadelphia Story, during a scene with Cary Grant and Jimmy Stewart, Stewart let out an unscripted hiccup while delivering his lines. He did it to try and make Grant laugh on camera.
Excuse me.
Grant chuckled but managed to stay in character. In Revenge of the Pink Panther, Inspector Dreyfus is supposed to cry while reading Clouseau's eulogy. Instead, he starts laughing at how ridiculous it is.
He was, above all else, a modest man.
To hide it, he uses a handkerchief, making everyone think he's crying. This causes the others to start crying too. In Das Boot, actor Jan Feder accidentally fell overboard while filming a scene on a mock submarine tower. Director Wolfgang Petersen initially thought it was an intentional improvisation and praised the idea, unaware it was an accident. Feder was injured and hospitalized afterward, but the scene remained in the film. In more experimental cinema, The Blair Witch Project is a prime example where the actors were placed in real-life situations without a script, leading to genuine fear and reactions throughout the film. The actors were given minimal direction and were encouraged to improvise, which contributed to the film's realistic feel.